So are we ready?
Yes, we are.
Before starting the chapter, what do we learn? Aisha.
Class before it started, we learned new words.
We learn new words. So we will quickly learn new words so that when Didi is reading the chapter to you, you understand it better. Okay? Now, the first word is queer. What is the word?
Queer.
Queer means strange. What does it mean?
Strange.
Now, who will tell me the meaning of strange? I think.
Class, queer means strange and strange means ajeeb.
Very good. Strange means ajeeb. So you are going to see in this chapter there is something that is very queer. Something that is very
Queer.
Can you tell me a sentence with queer? Think first. Rashmi.
Class, yesterday my brother and I was coming 10 o'clock from the tuition. Then a man was the strange. He was following us. Then we
Instead
ran
of
from
strange, what will you use?
Queer.
Queer. So you saw a queer man walking on the
Road, and that man was following us. And I said to my brother that we will run too fast and we reach our home.
Very good. So that's what queer means. Next word is plane. What is the word?
Plane.
Plane. Now you already know one plane.
Yes.
Yes. Everybody, let's become a plane quickly. Yes. That is one plane. Now another plane is a tool that a person used to smooth wood. This is wood. What is it?
Wood.
Now how are they? This has three edges.
So fast.
Sharp. How are they?
Sharp.
Now if I want to make it smooth,
Smooth.
what will I use?
Plane.
Plane. What will I use? Plane. So tool used to smooth wood. Tool used to smooth wood. So this plane and this plane, what are they? This plane and this plane, what are they? Yes, still they are. Radha.
Class, I think these two are homophones.
Why homophones?
Because they are homophones because its spelling is same and meaning is different.
Yes, because the spelling is same, the sound is same, but the meaning is different. Very good. So, who will tell me the meaning of plane? Quickly, Alisha, what does this plane mean?
Class, this plane means to use tool used to smooth wood.
Yes, tool used to smooth wood. Next, puzzle. We say puzzle. Puzzle means confused. Puzzle means confused. When you are very, very confused. For example, I did not study for my paper, and when I saw the exam, I was puzzled. I was so confused because I could not understand anything. We are going to do the sentences later. Next, carpenter. Now you tell me who is the carpenter. All of you have seen Arya is the carpenter. Eyes on.
Class, carpenter is who was painting the car.
Okay, let's pass it to Vishwa.
Class, a carpenter is who make wood things.
Very good. So carpenter. I think what you did. So we should not laugh. We should look at how she used Chubby Monkey. She did carpenter. So that's fine. You use your brains. But a carpenter is a person who makes things with wood. Makes things with wood. Okay, I think can you repeat carpenter?
Class, carpenter is who is making something with wood.
Very good. So in this story, there is going to be a carpenter and he's going to make something out of
Wood.
Very good. Let's move to the next word. So all words are done. Do we have any more words?
No.
Okay. Miss Bai, read the first word. Queer. Queer means strange. Alish, read the second word. Plain means
Tool used to smooth wood.
very good. Sakshi, can you read the next word?
Puzzle.
Puzzle means confused. Feza, last word.
Carpenter.
Who is carpenter? Please stand up.
Carpenter who make things with a wood.
Wood. Not make the person who makes things using wood. opinion. Give your
Opinion.
What is an opinion? What is an opinion? Nandini.
Class opinion means आपकी सोच.
Yes. Can you tell me in English what does opinion mean?
View. Class view.
Am I the class?
Class view.
View. So opinion means your view. What do you think about it? Yes. So the author is saying one thing and you are thinking something. So you have to see if the author and you are thinking the same thing, or if you and author are thinking something different. So Blossom and Buttercup, you have to continuously think of your opinion. Your
Opinion.
Bubbles, you have to think about what is happening in the story. What is happening in the
Story.
When I am reading, there are going to be so many things that are going to happen. Yes? You have to think of all those things and in the end, we are going to write them down. Clear? Can we start?
Yes.
Okay. Let's start. So, Pinocchio. Once upon a time, an old carpenter bought a queer piece of wood. Bought a queer piece of
Wood.
Raju, what do we mean by bought?
What is that?
Bought.
What? What that one what?
B-O-U-G-H-T. What do we mean by bought? Yes, Sakshi.
The what is here?
Yes. Bought means
Yes.
something else. In present tense, tell me what do we mean by bought? Faiza.
What is idea?
Yes, and in English, what does bought mean?
Buy.
Buy. Yes. Look for Sajia, what does bought mean?
Buy.
Buy. So there was this old carpenter and he bought a queer piece of wood. That wood was very, very strange. There was something very different about that piece of wood. You know, what did the carpenter buy?
Not the carpenter buy.
Yes, wood. He bought wood. But what was the adjective attached to the wood? How was the wood? How was the piece of wood? Shraddha.
Yes, the piece of wood is square.
Queer. The piece of wood was queer. Now you're going to find out how the piece of wood is queer. All of us have looked at wood.
Yes.
All wood looks same.
Yes.
Yes, I'll just wait for Faiza to settle down. Okay, but this wood looked very, very different. Okay. As he used his plane, Which plane did he use? Who will tell me? Go and touch that plane. Who is going to go and touch that plane? Sakshi, can you go? Now the carpenter is using a plane. So is he using that plane or this plane? Can you go and touch? Quickly go. Run. Here. So the carpenter used this plane to smooth that wood. So as he used the plane on it, he heard a little laughing voice that said, "Stop." What did it say? Stop. You are tickling me. You know what is the meaning of tickling?
Yes.
Can you turn to your buddy and tickle your buddy? Stop that. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So can you imagine? Now this carpenter is using his plane to smooth it and the wood says, "Stop. You're tickling me. Stop. You are tickling me." Now just imagine that if you are the carpenter and a piece of wood starts laughing. Your bench is made of wood. Now think. Close your eyes. And think that the desk is laughing and saying, "Stop, you're tickling me." So how will you feel? Don't raise your hands, just think how will you feel and why will you feel that? That's how carpenter feels when the piece of wood started speaking.
Last, I think carpenter feels shocked
Why did he feel shocked?
because wood was saying.
Because wood was speaking. And what did the piece of wood say? What did the piece of wood say? Ritika?
Class, the wood says stop.
Stop. What else?
Stop clicking me.
The piece of wood said that stop tickling me. The old man was puzzled by this voice. Sajid, what is the meaning of puzzled? Confused. So this man was very, very confused and what is happening? A piece of wood is talking to me. He said, "This is a Fazia, can you repeat what she said? So what did the carpenter decide?
The carpenter decided I make it to the puppet.
Puppet. And can you see a puppet in class?
No. Yes.
Can you touch the puppet in class?
No.
Quickly come and touch the puppet in class.
Yeah.
This is a puppet. So something that is not real, and if you move it, it is like a cartoon. So this is a puppet. What is this?
Puppet.
Puppet. So the carpenter thought that he is going to make a puppet out of the piece of wood. Now I want you all to think that did the carpenter do the right thing? He made a puppet out of it. If you are the carpenter, would you make a puppet or will you make something else? Turn to your buddy, discuss with your buddy that if you are the carpenter, what will you make out of it? You are the carpenter. What will you make out of the
puppet.
You will also make a puppet?
Why? Because I name on it and play with it.
So you are going to play with it. Does anybody have a different answer?
Yes, I have.
So I don't want any jumpy girls, Rashmi.
Class, if I have a that good to speaking, then I will make toys and give it to little children to play.
But puppet is also a toy. Think of something different, something that is not a
It is
toy.
for little children, no?
So puppet is also a toy for children, Miss Ba.
Class, I will make a puppet because he was talking, so I can make a person and he also can live and eat other things.
Okay, so she is also going to make a puppet out of it. I am not getting any different answers. Only if you have a different answers. No toys, no puppet. Any different answers, Adiba?
If I have this, if I have that, if I am the carpenter, then I will make out of it a robot.
You are going to make a robot out of it. But robot is also a toy. Pass. Risha.
I am the carpenter and I will make with that pure piece of wood. I will make decks out of it and
What will you make?
decks.
Desk out of it, okay?
I will make the decks out of it, and if someone has not decks to sit and I will give them to sit on it.
But the wood is speaking. So how do you think the desk is going to be used? A speaking desk. So there is a desk that is speaking. So what use is of that desk? Kumkum. If a desk is speaking, what is the use of that desk?
It will disturb us all time.
It will disturb us all time.
Yes.
So you do not want a speaking desk. Okay, let's move ahead. Eyes back on him. Let's move ahead. So he set to work and as the puppet boy. So he was making a puppet boy like Hari. He was not making a puppet girl. Took shape, the old man said, he must have a name. He must have a name. And let's wait for Shaina. Yes? So what is the name of the puppet in our class? What is the name of the puppet in our class? Sakshi.
Class, its name is Pin.
No, our puppet name. Hari. Now in the story, puppet?
Puppet is open her eyes and they talk.
No, but the eyes are already there. What happened, Aisha?
Class, I think the puppet blinks his eyes.
So the puppet blinked its eyes. The puppet started moving his eyes. Imagine you all have dolls at home.
Yes.
If the doll starts blinking, how will you feel?
Happy.
You feel happy? I'm gonna feel very happy.
I will feel amazing.
So how are you going to feel if your doll starts blinking her eyes? Yes, Adiba.
If my doll is blinking her eyes, then I shocked and shocked because if the toy blinked its eyes, so everybody shocked.
Everybody is going to be shocked. Now just let's wait and see. We have to move on. Now as soon as he finished making the eyes, the carpenter was amazed. He was amazed because he saw them move. He saw them move. You remember the story we saw on the laptop?
Yes.
Of that little girl? Alma, and her eyes started moving. Before the mouth was made, what happened? What did the puppet start doing? What did the puppet start doing? Now the carpenter made the mouth. What did he start doing? Ristika.
I think he said something.
He said something else. He was not saying. Nandini.
He started talking.
No, he did not talk. He did something else. China. blossom and bubbles. Buttercup. What I want you to do is you will open your notebook and you are going to answer these two questions in your notebooks. With that, can you read the first question?
Do you like the other ideas of making the wood into puppet? Why?
So, do you like the author's idea of making the wood into a puppet? Do you like the idea? Now the piece of wood was speaking and the author decided that the carpenter will make the piece of wood into a puppet. So do you like that idea? If yes, why? If you don't like that idea, why? Second question. Sonia, can you read the second question?
Class, the second question is if you were the author, what would the carpenter make out of the wood and why?
So, done?
would the carpenter make out of the wood and why? Answer is I returned the wood because if anyone come in my house, then they are afraid. They say a good thing was talking.
Yes, so she's so smart. Yes, she's saying that if I get a piece of wood and it is speaking, I'm going to give it back. Because if anybody comes to my house, they're going to get afraid that you have a piece of wood that is